And here's a windup by the senior Lane Adams. And the pitch, loop left side, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. How do you get this guy out, Barry?
I think you just walk him.
He's like a high school Barry Bonds, isn't he?
This kid's got a pretty good swing. He took another ball the opposite field. What I'm really impressed by this guy is he's not really trying to do too much. If you keep picking around that outside corner, he'll gladly take that base hit or double in the backside gap. I mean, he's not really pressing, and it's obviously worked out with him. I think 4 hits today so far. Yeah.
Now here comes Chip Birch, the guy who likes to go backside first. And the 0-2 pitch, high, runner going. Here's the throw. Noah Anderson with the catch and the tag as Davis went up in the air, and he got him. Noah was right in front of him, and Davis tried to leap over him. You talked about his leaping ability in Game 1. He's shaken up a little, but he's up, but he's okay. But the Bulldogs get the final out on the throw out by Cole Graham. And so that's going to do it for Dodge County at the top of the first inning. No score as we go to the bottom of the frame on Y101. McBride has 19 hits on the season, so he now has 5 hits in the state playoffs. Right-handed hitter. And he swings at the first one and chops it. Third baseman can't get it. Shortstop can't get it. And that ball's hit to left field for the Bulldogs' first base hit of Game 2. Into the first 2 frames. Check swing. Call strike 3. 2 down.
There it is. See if he can replicate that right here. That'd be excellent to go ahead and get another strikeout or a weak ground ball here and get out of this inning unscathed.
Strikeout number 53 of the season for Lane Adams, and a big one. And the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, strike on the edge away.
Great spot. Seems Lane's kind of figured it out here this last 5 or 6 pitches.
Now Nick Hayes will make a call right here on the 0-2. Is he going to waste it intentionally or challenge this right-handed hitter? Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. He strands runners on second and third with back-to-back Ks here in the top of the second inning. And how big is that early in this ball game? It's scoreless going to the bottom of the second inning on Y101. Buxton threw one, they say, about 98 or 99. There's a ball lined up the middle and a base hit into the outfield grass by Brandon Helton. That was just a real nice swing with 2 strikes to get that ball up in the air and drop it into the grass.
That's a good start there for the Bulldogs. And legend has it, Barney, that down in Brantley County, when the Brantley County fans were getting on Byron pretty good, that he hit 101 down there in a region matchup against them. I can't confirm, wasn't there, but that's what legend has it.
Pruitt not bunting on the first pitch to put him into scoring position. They might go for the straight steal here, but of course Cole Graham has done a very good job this year. There's a double play ball to Noah Anderson. Tough hop, and he handles it. DR Guns to first base, and a double play for the Dogs. Their second one of the day. First one by the infield. Here's the big stick, Chandler Davis. No dog has gotten him out, and he swings and hits the ball up high in the air. Brandon Helton going back. Brandon Helton dives for the ball. Brandon Helton made a spectacular catch, and the Bulldogs finally get Chandler Davis. He was fighting that ball that was well hit in left field, and he was able to run it down and save the day for the Bulldogs. They make a big play on defense with a double play, 4-6-3, and then Helton catches that tough ball. And that's it for Dodge County at the top of the third. Still scoreless as we break on Y101. Anything? 3-2. He pokes it left side, in for another base hit. He goes backside with a very controlled swing, and it's tough to get him out, like it's tough to get Davis out.
Beautiful piece of hitting right there. He didn't try to do too much. He really just he let the barrel of the bat work for him, which is something that, a lot of hitters, they neglect with 2 strikes. They try to, just choke and poke or something like that, but Martin did a great job of just putting the barrel on the ball.
His first big moment this year was a 2-run home run at Vidalia. All right, here we go. Bulldogs and Indians, top of the fourth. They turned the lights on, but we're still dealing with the setting sun. Game is scoreless. Lane Adams' first pitch is hit on the ground. Noah Anderson dives. He's got the ball. He throws to first base high, but Bryce DeLoach keeps his foot on the bag, snags it for out number 1.
Excellent play to lead off the inning there. He laid out full Superman style and makes that play up the middle. That's a game-changing play right there. That gets momentum swinging really hard in the right direction for the.
No balls, 2 strikes on Rice, the right fielder. Wind up by Lane. Here comes the pitch, and he pokes it left side. Helton catches it, and 2 down, a line drive to left field. Catcher is Cole Graham. Temperature is dropping. It's going to make it easier for him, although it hadn't been unbearable today. Cole's played a lot of summertime games at Parton Park. Here's a pop-up in the air into the outfield grass. Dalton McBride coming in. He's been busy today, and he'll catch this one for out number 3, and a 3-up and 3-down for the Bulldogs in the top of the 4th. The scoreless game continues between the Dogs and the Indians in Game 2 of the best-of-3, with the Dogs winning Game 1 6-3 as we take a break on Y101.
If they don't and you have the opportunity to turn double play, say thank you and do it, but you have to assume they're going to lay down a bunt here, and you want to be prepared for it.
Now, if they can hit the ball back to Lane, he's an excellent fielder. They are going to bunt. They hit it back to Lane. He feels the ball. He's throwing to second, and they got him. So there you go. 1 down, still a runner at first.
Barney, that was impressive. It's almost like you knew that was about to happen. So who's the savant now?
I don't know, sir, but I've seen it before. I saw Lane throw a guy out at third one time. It's hard to get to this point. It's really hard to get to the final 4. 1-1, and he does bunt up in the air. Lane dives for it, knocks it down, throws to first base, and got him. What a play.
Excellent play on both ends. Pitcher makes an incredible effort to get to that ball, and then the first baseman scoops it on the other end to complete the play.
Lane was trying to catch that and get a double play. So he didn't catch it in the air, and he had to kind of smother it right near the line. Sign from Cole Graham. Lane is ready. Here's his pitch. Popped up in the air again. This time it's in play for Lane. He's on the grass. He's waiting forever, and he catches it for out number 3. He will strand a runner at second base in the top of the 5th inning. And the game remains scoreless. Game 2 of the best-of-3 to get into the final 4, with the Dogs winning Game 1 6-3 as we break on Y101. And he is beginning to wind, facing Cole Graham. Here's his pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now he's in that tough count for a hitter, because they say in the big leagues when you got a 1-2 on you.
He's done it enough times today with 2 strikes, though. He should be fairly comfortable. If he keeps being consistent and putting that barrel on the ball, he's bound to get a couple hits here.
Makes you about a 180 hitter when you got a 1-2. He chops it over to the shortstop position. Pittman on the backhand, throws to first base, and offline, and Cole is safe. There's DR at the dish. DR swings and hits it up high in the air. This will score the run. It's hit deep to right field, and it is caught by the right fielder, and the Bulldogs will score the run on the DR Meadows sacrifice fly.
He got exactly what he was looking right there, Barney. That's a very mature hitter to sit there and know that chances are he's going to get something flipped up there slow, an off-speed pitch, something to try to get ahead, and he sat on it and did not miss it. Put that ball deep to right field to score the run.
DR does the job on the mound in Game 1, and at the plate in the bottom half of the 5th inning in Game 2 to put the Dogs up 1-0. And welcome back on Y101. And Lane Adams' first pitch is smashed left side, and that ball is going to carry, and that is a fair ball and a double. Right down the line, leadoff guy Gary Pittman teeing off on Lane Adams to open up the 6th as the Sticks come to the plate in this second game, just like they did in the first.
Very dangerous hitter at the plate here, though, Barn.
Yeah. He had 3 hits in Game 1, went 3 for 3, 2 singles, 1 an RBI base hit, and then a double, plus a walk, single, and a fly ball in this game. 4 hits so far today. Over 500 hitter this season. Pops it up in the air, left side. Third baseman Brock Harrison catches the ball in foul territory, just a couple of steps across the line, 1 down. This is a righty-righty matchup. The next guy's a lefty, and he swings and clobbers this ball into left field. Picked up by Helton. Runner coming around third. Here's the throw all the way to the dish and bouncing wildly. A run scores. The game's tied, and the runner down to second here at the top of the 6th inning. So the Bulldogs break through and score a run, and it took all afternoon and almost into the early evening for somebody to score in this second game. And then Dodge comes out and smashes a couple of pitches down the left field line. And now they got a chance to take the lead with Rice at the dish. 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to the second baseman, Noah Anderson. Fields it, throws to first, 2 down. Runner down to third as Bryce DeLoach will walk the ball over to Lane Adams. 1-0 pitch. Popped up in the air into center field. George Lukey meandering around, but he's under it. And George dropped the ball, or they didn't find it. Nobody found it. Oh, my goodness.
He never saw it.
Lukey wasn't sure where it was, and a run scores. I was watching him. I could not see the ball, and George never found it, and the ball dropped 20 feet in front of him.
This is a very tough time of day for an outfielder to track a ball. It's a very high sky, no clouds in the sky, nothing to break up the outline of that ball. And when it went up and got above these low lights at Dodge County, he had no chance to track that ball down. It dropped just behind second base.
Now, I guess nobody else saw it either. I was just watching Lukey, and he didn't really seem to have a good beat on it. I mentioned he was meandering around, but I thought he had found it late, and he just never did. And it's 2-1 Dodge County on that strange play. Here's a guy who made one of the greatest catches ever in right center field last year, running into the fence, and that catchable ball just dropped because he couldn't find it. After the top of the second in Game 2 with Lane pitching, and they came back and won that one in 8. Full count pitch, a curveball swing and a missed strike 3, and there's out number 3. But the Dogs give up 2 in the top of the 6th inning. The second run, a very strange run, but let's see if the Bulldogs can come back off that. Down 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning on Y101. Football player, baseball player. Strong kid, 1-1, swings and it's a liner into left field. It drops in for a base hit and takes a high hop, and it's fielded by Coleman. Runners on first and second.
Excellent swing right there. He was able to put that ball. He's 4 or 5 feet in either direction away from putting that ball in a gap or down the line.
Hard hit ball, and here comes Brandon Helton.
Love to see it get into Lane's hands right here and put one in the gap to win it.
Yeah, the younger brother's coming up. 1 ball, no strikes to DR. Swings and chops it left side by the third baseman into left field. Runners on first and second, now second and third. Maybe here's a throw to third, and safe, and the ball gets away, and DR hustles down to second. The tying and winning runners are in scoring position for Dalton McBride. I remember a night at Appling when the Bulldogs came back and beat the Pirates, and he had the big hit to the backside to put the Dogs up. That's what he's going to try to do right now, but win it into the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Dalton, hits it up high into the air, deep to center field. This is going to score a run. That's deep enough for the sac fly. Runner coming to third. Run's going to score at the plate with a head first slide. Bulldogs have tied it up in the bottom of the 7th. Bryce DeLoach flying home for the Dogs. And DR down to third, where he could score on a wild pitch or a pass ball.
And look who's coming to the plate, Barn.
George Lukey. 2-2, top of the 8th. First pitch to Chandler is a strike, 0-1. Lane throwing that one low in the zone. He's retired Chandler the last 2 times. Chandler, an over 500 hitter, is 1 for 3 in the game after stroking 3 hits in game number 1. There's a strike on the outside edge, 0-2. That's a great pitcher's count and what you want against a guy like this. But he's a disciplined hitter. He's not going to swing at something way out of the zone. So what is Lane going to do on the 0-2? Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Beautiful sequence right there by Lane Adams.
Wow. That's almost shocking what we just witnessed. I guess the Dogs are used to this. 1-2. Hit up high and deep to left center field. Lukey going back, still running toward the fence. Reaches out, and he did not flag that one down. It's going to be a double. A 1-out double on one of the best hit balls of this ball game.
Lukey was inches away from that ball. It may have even hit his glove, but he was stretched out completely on the warning track and was not able to haul it in.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Couldn't tell if that was a changeup or not, but it had the hitter fooled.
Martin's improved everything this year, pitching and hitting, as he's turned it on during his junior season. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down.
Yeah, there's definitely some movement on that ball. The hitter was fooled from the very start right there. He didn't come extremely close to that pitch.
Many years ago when he was playing rec ball, I gave him a nickname. He was Martin the ball player. I don't really know what that meant, but that's what I nicknamed him. Martin the ball player.
There's a lot worse things you can be called than a ball player.
There's a grounder to DR Meadows at short. He's going to flip it to Noah Anderson for the out, and that's it. He's trying to draw that walk, get on base. Brock Harrison is due up next. And there's ball 4 to Lane.
Another leadoff batter on for the Bulldogs. This is exactly what you want to see happen right here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
So 2 balls and 1 strike, and Brock might just swing away and nail one right here. I can see him hitting that ball into that left center field gap. Swing at a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Excellent attempt right there on the fake bunt to draw that third baseman in and then pull back and try to slash down that left field line. If that ball's down a little bit instead of up by his eyes, we actually might have a this little roundabout on the base paths right now.
You know, I think he did that against Laney when they brought their third baseman in. I think it was him that did it. He swings and hits a ball into left field for a base hit. Runners on first and second and nobody out. So you don't want to give up an out here, so Brandon Helton will swing, but you want to stay out of the double play for sure. Your base runners are Lane Adams and Brock Harrison. So no balls and 2 strikes on Helton with nobody out. We're tied at 2. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning in game 2. Swinging a grounder, base hit into left field. Runner coming around third, and here he comes to the dish, and now stopping.
Great
They
job,
made him throw through.
Right,
Lane Adams took a wide turn to draw the throw, and Chandler Davis had to go into foul territory to catch that ball, and then Lane hustled back to third. Bases are juiced. What would you be trying to do in this situation, Barry?
I'm looking for something about belt high or better to get under. I'm not trying to necessarily hit a pop-up, but I'm looking for something in a zone where I can get under it and put a good swing on the ball up and get it out there to that outfield.
Just get it up in the air deep enough to score a run at worst. 1-1 pitch. Cole swings and lines it into left field for the game-winning hit. The Toombs County Bulldogs are going to the Final Four for the first time since 1996. Lane Adams touching home. He led off the inning. He reached on the walk, and Cole Graham gets a water bath this time. Last Friday in the 8th inning it was George Lukey, and this time it is the sophomore Cole Graham. Obviously the biggest moment of his Bulldog career as this amazing team has now won games 11 and 12 in a row to sweep the Dodge County Indians on the road. They've won 3 straight series away from Jackie Jones Field, and now they're waiting the winner of Jeff Davis and Rock Mart. What an ending, Barry.
Absolutely unbelievable. These guys they deserve every single bit of this. And like I said throughout the game, Barney, these guys never put on a defeated front. Even when Dodge tied the game up and forced extras, these guys looked calm, cool, and collected like they'd been here before. And it's because they have. Last week against Banks, they went down 5-0. They came back and they won the game. I don't think these guys ever had a doubt in their mind they were going to win this game, and it really showed.
This amazing team, which at one point in time looks like they might not even make the playoffs. They were 2-7, but then they finished winning big games to finish 7-7 in the region. And look at them, the only number 4 seed still alive, and they're going to the Final Four. Unbelievable. We'll come back and wrap it up on Y101.